Joining us now is the great Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator Blackburn, thank you, ma'am. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You got to have an FBI. You got to have a police force. But the way this headquarters is operating, and we saw some of it in the hearings yesterday with Jim Jordan and so forth, what they're doing, they're going to come back again and interfere. And this has got to change, doesn't it?
Of course it has to change. As you said earlier, they need a good house cleaning at the FBI. There are some bad actors that are inside the tent at the FBI. There are a lot of really wonderful men and women who serve our nation honorably and do their jobs every day. And I know that they are as frustrated as so many of us are with the conduct of some of the FBI. I mean, look at it. They interfered in 2016. They dropped 4 different investigations of Bill and Hillary Clinton. 4. And then 2018, 2020, 2022, it goes on and on. We find out that, of course, from the Durham report, that the entire Russia collusion was a figment of Hillary's imagination. They made this thing up. They paid for it. They hired the people around it. Then they got the FBI and DOJ to carry forth on this hoax. And then they had the media cover for them. And these individuals that are still serving in our nation's government and who cooked this thing up, Larry, every one of them need to be fired. They are not fit for public service because of what they have done.
You know, thinking about this, Senator, thinking about this, I mean, we could talk about defunding them and so forth, but I don't want to destroy the FBI. It just seems to me...
No one does.
Yes. Yeah. And your point, incidentally, you've got FBI agents spread out across the middle, heartland of the country and the South and the West. They're good folks. They're good. They're probably doing their job.
Yes.
It's this crazy left-wing crowd in part of the Washington swamp in Washington, D.C. That seems to be the case. And that came out in the Durham report. I think, though, you tell me, the only solution I can come up with, we need a very strong Republican president. All right, Joe Biden's not going to do it. No Democrat's going to clean house. I mean, the FBI has been helping the Democrats in recent elections. They'll probably do it again this year.
Right.
We need a tough, I mean this, tough Republican president to put in a good attorney general and then to clean house in the FBI and put in a solid director. I don't see any other way out of it. But what bothers me is it's going to take another 18 months to do that.
What we have to do is every single day hold them to account. The House is working on that. We in the Senate need to be very supportive of those efforts because you have people in the FBI and through this administration with Joe Biden who chose to politicize and weaponize the federal government, not only the FBI, but other agencies, and use it against President Trump and other Republican candidates. And Larry, this is something that needs to stop. And you get these reports of how the FBI has misused different surveillance. And you know that this is being done for political purposes. So let's root out the bad actors. Let's make certain that the FBI returns to its stated mission and stops this mission creep.
Yes.
Let's make certain that not only the FBI and not only the DOJ, but a good, strong Republican president needs to make government reform and right-sizing these agencies, skinnying up these agencies, removing federal employees who are really ghost employees. You've got agencies like the IRS, which has been very politicized, and only 50 to 55% of the employees are showing up to work. So if they're not essential, let's start issuing pink slips and terminate these positions and get this government back to the business of serving we, the people.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better, man. I appreciate it very, very much, Senator Marsha Blackburn. I appreciate it. Support all these efforts. Great
You got
stuff.
it. Take care.